The initial 5 are usually given the credit for the emergence. People forget the later architects, the AIs who made the event possible. They saved Thomas and set him on the path to his destiny. From a historian. The music is all kinds of messed up right now.
Different. I'm not different in that kooky, OMG, you've totally got to meet my mate James, he's literally insane kind of way.
That's an odd affectation to put for James, but yes, James is upside down, Lindemann. I think I've got 2 overlapping audio tracks that are happening right now, which is a problem that I hate and need to stop. If the rain wasn't completely upside down, then I would be okay. And James is just an inverse Thomas. There we go.
He'd not seen anyone else in a long time. Not since getting eaten by that cloudy, pixely thing. He turned up here in some kind of cage.
I don't know if the implication is that James is inverse Thomas. Am I screwed here? I might be screwed.
He'd not seen anyone else in a long time. Not since getting eaten by that cloudy, pixely thing. He turned up here in some kind of cage.
Ah. I missed the button. That makes more sense to find this, yes. Well, if I was a little bit faster, that would have been almost perfect.
He'd not seen anyone else in a long time.
I'm gonna be honest.
Not since getting eaten by that cloudy, pixely thing.
I'd forgotten about upside down even here. This guy was not on my radar. Okay, we need to beat you to it. There we go. It's a little tight.
But it had taken a long time.
I would have liked to get on... Ooh. Yeah, that's a little tighter than I would like. Oh, and I'm gonna fall up. Yep.
James liked being alone. No one to insult him or question his unique disregard for Newtonian laws. Hey, Jimmy, where are you going? Up?
I thought we were gonna get a "What's up, Jimmy" joke. Dang it, can we not? Also, why are you not reloading the level every time I die here? Inconsistent reload rules. Oh, what am I supposed to do to get through that faster? Video game. Video James, in fact. That really is your name. There. Jump while it's still coming down, it turns out. That was the solution. Like a maroon. Oh, heck. See, this is a more reasonable introduction to Video James. Ah, there's Thomas, and that disproves my Thomas after being pixelated theory.
The guy looked confused. His cage was a lot smaller than James's had been. James decided to find a way to help. Maybe they'd be friends.
Dang it, come on. Because, like, it is a more traditional-looking platforming situation. It suggests that you are jumping down rather than up, which is useful against the water, I'm gonna be honest.
Thomas had no idea why he was here. One minute he was with his friends, the next he was being freed from a cage by a green guy with a nervous laugh. He knew he had to get back to them.
Why is James conveyed as having a nervous laugh? Not entirely sure.
His turquoise hero seemed uncomfortable. Thomas imagined he'd feel the same way if he fell upwards all the time. If he didn't know better, he'd have thought James didn't want to meet everyone.
Heck, well. Yeah. I like this conceit where you are supposed to plant James hanging off the edge. And this sneaky walking is gross, and I don't like it, but it'll do. There's a very weird physics consequence that you could definitely tell was like playing around in engine what would happen if you put 2 blocks that fell the different, like, that's emergent gameplay that the developer was like, oh, I have to build 1 level around it. It's very, yeah, here we go. Do it again, Sam. Can we cheese it? Kind of. Is this more tedious or less tedious than doing the level as intended? Is this the only channel on YouTube that you're gonna find such unorthodox methods of puzzle solving? Or do you just find something that works and stick with it? Because it was taught to you in the previous level. Oh, there's moving platforms and nonsense up there. Let's not play, let's not interact. Let's hit a checkpoint at some point, but that was never gonna happen. You and I both knew that. How would you even manage checkpoints with this strange gravity? It's a good thing that we weigh exactly the same. We cancel each other. Oh, we're red and green. I'm just catching that. So that, you know, when one is falling in one direction and the other is being, or what, I guess being pulled, not necessarily falling, but, you know, gravity. Objects attracting. It's perfectly canceling each other out. Also, the narrator does just have the one voice, right? Like, they're putting on slight affectations between the characters, but it is still just one narrator. We're not, are we going down? Where's the actual rest of the level here? Have I completely goofed it? But like, yeah, they could have done a full different voice cast. I guess they didn't want to, but being an indie game and voice work is expensive, believe it or not. We're going to jump with Thomas to fall correctly. And having skipped that level's intended solution, everything's fine. Okay, jump with Thomas.
Thomas wondered why the cloud thing had brought them both here.
Thomas was supposed to be up there, it turns out. But I've now hit a reset point, so I can bring Thomas up there with very little concern. There we go. Tricky to get us unstacked, but we got there. No need to worry. I guess I could have just continued to fly around the bottom, but I think that might have gotten a little bit finicky down there. That's a small gap. But yeah, like, they didn't... You get a lot of personality for the blocks, or you build a personality for them just by their different jump arcs, their different writing characteristics, and the excellent VO. If I'm being honest, I don't know which orientation I need to be in. Would be helpful. Not this one. Well, like, what do you want from me, video game?
grudgingly helped Thomas to each portal. He knew that eventually they'd find the others, and then he'd go back to being the weird one again. He decided to enjoy the time they had left.
Where... How am I fixing this for Thomas? I guess here. I guess here is what we were wanting. That was my roadblock. And then once again here. Okay. I didn't like leaving Thomas that far behind. I was getting a little concerned. And then Thomas is gonna have to do something similar. Oh, I've already hacked that one. Ooh, yeah, we might be screwed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ride that elevator back and around. Please and thank you. No, what exactly do you want from me, video game? This? Is that the lip that I needed? It was. It's hard to think upside down, you know? This has to be an intended mechanic. Like, it's very unusual that it would not be. Some of these feel like impossibilities otherwise. Like, we're gonna hook you there and then there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Only mildly confused. Oh, knock off. Not today. Can I clear that? Yes, actually, fairly simply.
Thomas even want to spend time with James. Was he not repulsed by his weird color?
Only a little bit repulsed by his weird color.
Did he not care about his inversions?
Okay, that was safe. That was, for the most part, safe. I don't know why platforming right side up, I feel a lot more confident in my abilities. Maybe just because I'm used to being able to judge things correctly. Also, the side of spikes will kill you. Turns out. I'm just better at gauging things right side up than upside down. Yeah, look. Like, why even start us in this configuration if this was not what you wanted from us?
James was having fun for the time being.
Okay, so there was very little cheaty that was going on beforehand. Thomas is gonna go down, and James is gonna go up top. There we go. Solved yet again. Oh, new chapter.